This controlled fire is at the Natchez Trace Parkway's Chickasaw Village site at milepost 266. The Chickasaw Village site is nearly 90 acres of land in the middle of Tupelo, Mississippi. Hundreds of years ago, it was the site of a large community of Chickasaw people. Although many think of fire as destructive, the ancestors of the Chickasaw people used fire as a natural tool for survival and spirituality. Chickasaw oral stories tell about early life, when animals once actively communicated and helped the community. Animals were part of their community, and some animals had special significance. Chickasaw oral stories tell how animals helped their people to survive. One story shares how animals risked their lives to bring fire to mankind. A long time ago, some of the animals living around the Chickasaw knew the people would be better off if they had fire for warmth and cooking. Some of the animals saw a fire across the river, and several tried to get it, but it was too hot. Finally, Spider gave it a try. She made a bowl with clay and her silk. Using the bowl, she scooped up a piece of coal and took it back across the river. The other animals were very pleased, and they gave the fire coal to the Chickasaw people. Southeastern Indians cultivated this land long before European settlers made their way across the seas. The Chickasaw people maintained the forest and landscape by utilizing fire. Setting fires to kill underbrush and to replenish the forest's vital nutrients was crucial. One culturally important plant Chickasaw ancestors managed by fire was river cane. It was used for weapons, blankets, housing, and recreational activities. When cane stalks were burned by fire during dry years, the fire made way for new healthy cane growth. Burning the land where river cane grew not only improved its nutrients, but also halted the gradual advance of trees and shrubs. Chickasaw use of fire was noted 200 years ago by ornithologist Alexander Wilson when he was traveling from Nashville, Tennessee, southward toward Natchez, Mississippi. He wrote a letter about his 400-mile journey and published it in Pennsylvania's Huntington Gazette on March 3, 1812. On the south side of the Tennessee River, in the place we now call Colbert Ferry, Wilson found a unique environment along the old trace. He describes wooded areas that were burned every spring by the Chickasaw. They were covered with tall grass and wildflowers. He compared that area with the look of a nobleman's park. This letter helps us understand how the Chickasaw people used fire to shape the land where they lived. Not only was the Chickasaw Prairie beautiful, the open view allowed the community living on the ridges to keep an eye on who was approaching. The Chickasaw people used fire for many other projects, like hardening clay pottery and burning out logs to make canoes. Keeping the prairie open also helped provide food for the community. Many animals that were food for the Chickasaws thrived in places with both grassland and forest. The people provided for the animals, and the animals provided for the people. Early Chickasaw people raised crops, including the three sisters: corn, beans, and squash. It was easier to grow these crops and produce a bigger harvest in open land cleared by fire. Today, the Chickasaw Village site is protected and preserved by the National Park Service. With respect for the Chickasaw Nation, the Natchez Trace Parkway's trained firefighters aim to preserve the land so it resembles the environment Chickasaw ancestors lived in when they made this land their home.
Main reason Chickasaw Village is burned is because of the plant communities there. It's classified as a black belt prairie community, which mainly consists of native grasses and wildflowers that need open areas maintained largely through wildland fire.
We invite you to visit the Chickasaw Village site. If you want to learn how modern firefighters use fire as a tool, watch our video, Using Fire to Preserve and Protect.